Hello and welcome back to another episode of AFL Unpopular Opinions. I'm Ryan Cook. Joining me, sitting next to me, is Jack Lindley. G'day, Jack.
Good to be here, Ryan.
Tommy Rockliff and Alistair Lynch, as always. A couple of tired boys backing up from
Morning.
The midnight finish at the Gabba last night. How are we feeling?
Good morning. Lynchy's probably a bit under the weather.
No, a bit tired.
Like no sleep. He was
How
up,
good,
up
though?
doing radio this morning.
What about the atmosphere at the Gabba last night? It was first round of the finals. I mean, outside it was a qualifying final to get top four, but geez, the atmosphere was good.
32,000, I think. It was a pretty good crowd. Dane's Orco's 300th, Charlie Cameron's 250th, and a really good game of footy.
Yep.
Brisbane, I think expected score, they should have won by 40 or 50 points, so the scoreboard wasn't ideal, but it was a really good finish in the end. Umpires had a howler. Not the only ones over the weekend to have howlers.
No, what about, you're, I suppose, digressing to a different game for the umpires.
Horrific.
I tell you, Port Adelaide, Gold Coast Suns. Well, the Suns they had a bad one. But the only thing that made them look okay was the umpire. And the umpire was terrible, wasn't it?
Horrendous. So we were live. Talk about atmosphere. That was a good atmosphere. 40,
So you were down there?
Yeah,
You did a big weekend.
Big weekend. So it started Thursday. I was out at Ipswich coaching the Iona boys. We had another win.
Did you?
Undefeated again.
Oh, nice.
And then down to Adelaide for that one.
Snout in the trough.
Snout in the trough.
Cashies?
Cashies everywhere.
Cashies?
No, I wish. And then,
So what was the festivities down there around Trav's final game?
I think they did it really well. The content that they pumped out, I'd encourage anyone to go look at it. I seen his mum, Chicky, do a video. I started bawling on the couch Thursday night watching it. But,
really?
Yeah, just emotional. But they did it really well. Kenny's last game as well.
So did you get in the rooms before the game?
I went post-game, yeah. So I sat in Bokey's box with his family and Robbie Gray and manager Tommy Petroio as well. So it was a really good atmosphere. And as you said, so Port Adelaide's free kick count, I think, is nearly the worst differential in the comp, or up there. And then they've gone on the weekend and gone 33-16. And everyone's saying that Dimmer's sooking. He's just making a point, and he's right.
Did you see the umps in the rooms post-game as well?
Yeah, they're in the
Gatorade shower.
Yeah, they got in the middle. They got in the middle and got the Gatorade.
Arm in arm with Boke.
Sang the song.
It was a bizarre one. Like every 50-50 call went their way. So I think Dimmer has a point, but the Gold Coast Suns have made it difficult for themselves. But it's not necessarily on the umpires. The rules that change, and it looks like they're going to change
That's the thing.
Another 5 or something this off-season. They're definitely going to last touch.
We've spoken about this a lot. We're making it harder and harder for a limited talent pool to actually umpire an exceedingly hard game.
Well, the AFL had a horrific week last week anyway, the biggest hypocrites going around, and they've done it again. That they do it again. So they keep telling us that the game's in the best state it's ever been. It's great to go and watch and visually. And then they change 5 major rules, or it looks like they're going to change 5, and they change rules all the time. It can't be in that good of a position. You sat here last week and guaranteed me that Ollie Wines would get off as well, and he didn't. You said he'd put it up as that, and then he'd get off.
Staggering.
They need to have a big reset in the off-season, the AFL, but I mean,
I think it's the communication with the key stakeholders, like the umpire department. Like we as players, we have shockers, we get reviews, and then the coach will give us a few things to focus on next week. Now, there is no doubt, as much as the umpires, the AFL say there's no rule of the week, but as players, there's a couple of focus points.
Yeah.
As for their umpires, no doubt there's a few focus points. Now, if that's going to, we should know the focus points. So, like even the prior opportunity. We've seen that evolve over the recent weeks to the stage where at times there's no prior opportunity whatsoever.
There was a couple last night that got paid with none.
Yeah, so zero. So why do we have to sit on the sidelines and us go over a couple of games in the round and say, okay, prior opportunity's gone, whereas Wednesday night they should almost say to all clubs or all key stakeholders, fans, that, look, we're going to tighten up on the prior opportunity rule for whatever reason, but we're going to tighten up on it. So at least we know, rather than we just guess and guess and guess, and then we're negative towards the umpires. But they're most probably being directed to umpire like that.
Here's one for you. When they release the teams, have a memo from the umpires, sponsored by Neds, of course, with the rules of the week.
No with that at all.
I can't see that being an issue.
No conflict. No. When they release the teams, they should also release an umpire statement that this is what we've missed or this is what we're going to focus on this week. So everyone's got clarity over it. I agree with that.
And like the start of the year, like the 15-metre short pass is now 12 metres. Unless you're actually carrying the ball and you can run out of the goal square 35 metres. But, tell us where the focus points are. And I think then we see the umpires as human, as we all are. We all make mistakes all the time. But I think it's just too hard. We're too harsh on the individuals now.
Yep.
We should get some clarification. This is what we're focusing on. This is what's happened on the weekend. Since I've been playing, you've been playing, used to watch Friday night football and go, that's what they're focusing on this week. Tell us.
That'd take the pressure off the umpires a bit as well, because if you guys know, then it's explained better.
Yeah, so keep an eye out. So prior opportunity's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know, and we're not sort of saying, what's going on here? So actually, a bit of clarity. So I think almost like the AFL needs to partner with the umpires better to help them.
Yeah.
Because I think it's no good, and we're not the only show. Yeah, well, that's what we're not the only show that focuses on umpiring decisions of late. There's so many. What do you reckon the Carl Amon?
There was a couple last night.
Deliberately out of bounds.
The Carl Amon one was horrific. That's just last touch, which they're going to bring anyway. But you can see that there was no reason for him to handball it out. You don't want a back stoppage in that game. He's better off
falling
kicking
the other way.
He's falling.
But that's happened all year. They're nailing skill errors instead of actual intent.
So the rules now is not intent. You've got to try to keep it in.
Yeah.
You had
rather than deliberate out of bounds.
Two players there, and you were out on the deck. It was so slippery.
Yeah, it got slippery in that second half. It was.
And there was
the dew would come in.
Another horrific one. I know they all make mistakes, but that Starcevic free kick when he went back with the fly and spoiled the footy. Hawthorn got a free kick.
Then the same one at the other end didn't get paid.
No consistency.
We were sitting in the box, and I think the umpire paid a push, so played front on contact, I assume. It was a horrific decision. Yeah. He didn't even make contact with him.
Yeah.
But, anyway, the umpires, they need a good
rule
off-season.
changes,
we need how the umpire.
Willy-nilly. What's the process that goes into the AFL being able to execute a rule change? Do all the stakeholders have a say? Do the clubs get a vote on the rule change? Or because it feels like it's just way too easy.
It's a good question.
I'm not exactly sure what the process is. Like, who authorised the stand rule?
There's no other sport in the world where you go, all right, we've changed the rules.
I think especially this late in the year, the timing of it's bizarre.
I think soccer, right, they've changed 3 rules in 100 years or something.
Yeah. Or if
you watch soccer, it's still the same game as 20 years ago.
Yeah. With better technology, that's where they win.
And then you've got AFL who alters rules or makes... to be honest, it's pretty much like politics at the moment, the AFL. Politicians just change laws or bring in stuff, and they have these talk fests, and then they come up with these grand ideas, round tables, and that's a bit what the AFL is. I'm sure they go and speak to key stakeholders of footy managers and get some feedback from the clubs, but then they go away and roll it out. But it's not...
Do they just overreact to media and trends around the game? We need to make it a bit faster. Let's quickly change the rules, and then they backtrack on rules they've made.
This is what they're trying to do. Is they're always looking for ways. We need to speed up the game. And then they bring in this rule, and it doesn't speed it up, but they don't take it away. They keep it in. And then they alter another rule, or they bring in another rule. So the stand rule's ridiculous. You see it last night, and they do it all the time. Players are pulling back inside. Players are standing there. You're effectively defending with 17. It's got no speed on the game. All it's increased is maybe 50-metre penalties. Which doesn't rip the game up and what we want to see. So, I mean, I think they can't keep telling us the game's in a great position and then alter rules all the time.
Yeah.
Either it's not in a great position, so we're changing the rules, or it is in a great position and we don't need to change the rules.
Yeah.
Do we need to introduce a last touch out of bounds? I mean, for me, that's changing the game. I mean, we're getting that close anyway. But why not? I get the deliberate out of bounds. I pull that up. But this...
well, they reckon it's definitely coming in.
Yeah.
100% coming in. So
I just don't...
It alters
why?
It alters the history of AFL footy, in my opinion.
Well, changes the game.
Ruckman become irrelevant now.
I think, pay deliberate out of bounds. But if it's out of bounds and it's a throw-in, just grab it and throw it in. Again, don't wait around. Just throw the bloody thing in and get the game going.
If I'm a recruiter, I'm not going to draft a 210 centimetre that's really good hand ruckman because they're only going to get centre square bounces and then ball ups. I'm going to get a blitz halves that from a running background that can cover the ground, give us that tall option, mark the footy, kick the footy decent enough.
Yep.
So it will change it a bit. And while we're on that, the changing of the academies and father-sons is a joke because organisations have prepped and made decisions based on the next 3 or 4 years. They know what's coming in, they know what talent they're going to get. And this is across the board, but maybe I'm putting on my Port Adelaide hat here, but they traded out all their early picks and traded Houston knowing that they were going to get 3 really good kids next year through their NGA. I think it's Cochrane and a couple of father-sons. Yeah. So they shifted that knowing that they could rejuvenate the list and move on the fly. 2026, they were going to get a spike, the 2026 draft. So if they bring it in,
it's got to be staged.
It's compromised. You have to say it's coming in
3 years.
Not straight away.
Affect planning.
2030.
Because there's future trading of picks as well.
That's
I
correct.
agree. It should be 3 years in
minimum.
advance.
They can't rip it away next year because there's other teams that they've put time and energy into father sons, NGA, and kids like this academies, northern academies. You've got to give it time because of that. They all clubs future plan for 3 or 4 years and know what's coming. So I think it's unfair if they change that in the next couple of years.
Yeah. What about talk about a few people that have had mares over the weekend? But the Brisbane Lions, so they nearly cost themselves the top 4 spot with horrendous kicking.
Yeah, horrible.
What they did, last week they were raising sponsorship money.
They've done it.
Yeah, 2 years in a row. They're raising sponsorship money. So I can't think what those called, but essentially for the academy to build and provide coaching in the academy.
Goal kicking coaching.
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't done that. But so what they got to during the week, they got enough sponsors to commit to donate a total of $40,000 for every goal kicked. So $40,000 for every goal kicked. Now they've kicked 11 goals.
Wow.
23 points. How much cash?
Are they going to give them 3 goals for the 23 points?
Yeah. Are they going to go to predictive score?
Well, they should go, yeah.
You know what they've done?
So, well, you go.
You know, what's happened is I think part of the interaction between the sponsors who are very generous benefactors for the club and just bagging the club for shocking kicking, they've ended up changing it. The sponsors have changed it for not for each goal kicked. They've gone 40,000 for every point kicked.
23.
Yeah,
So they got 23.
That's a lot of money.
So they've done well in the end.
We went in the record books last night to see how many Brisbane, the record for behinds, it's 26.
Is it
Do you know how many you kicked in that game?
5?
Yeah.
Did I?
You've done some research.
4
Look at
goals,
this.
4 goals, 5.
Oh.
Brownie kicked 1, 5.
And when you've been
Would there be?
wrapped to see that, you'll be going through, you've got some goal here. How good.
So here's another one for the numbers players at home. As Lynchy said last year, they did the same thing in the last game.
Yeah.
Brisbane kicked 11-21 last year in round 24.
Jeez.
And
So it's a good omen.
Yeah.
Good omen. They've kicked.
Yeah.
That's from Belinda Mallam, Triple M. She's been around for 40 odd years. She's been around for longer than Lynchy. They kicked 11.
We'll say
11
she's been
23.
around for a couple of years. Looking very young, Belinda.
So there you go. Could be a good omen.
Yeah.
But I would say that if Brisbane lost last night, they could not have won the grand final
Yeah.
Okay.
because they would have to go to Perth and then travel every week. So they would have to go overbeat the Dockers, come back, travel again, travel again, travel again.
So are you saying no one's going to win from outside the top 4 this year?
No, just Brisbane because they would have had to
The
go
travel.
over.
Yeah.
It's the hardest flight.
Yeah.
They went only last week and then they would have had to travel every week. Where Hawthorn, we don't know what's going to happen, but Hawthorn may have to go over there, but then they may get away games in Melbourne, so they might not have to travel again. So I think Brisbane, you could have put a line through them if they had lost last night. But I think they win it now because I think their best is better than anyone in the comp. And I don't think they have any fears going to Melbourne to take Geelong on.
Nah.
If they can kick goals, that's the...
Yeah, they might need
Well,
that.
you say they can't be that bad again. But that's been them for 3 years. Like, luckily, last year they lit it up for a month, and like Joe led the way with those couple of late goals against GWS. But they started converting, so they got to sort that out.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna pick some All Australians now, boys. We're gonna have a lock at fullback, midfield, and up forward. I dare say we're gonna double up a fair bit here because the choices are tough, though, particularly in the midfield. So we'll start with you, Rocky. Give us your lock for fullback.
So the back line or the full back line?
I should say. Yeah, back line.
Lock is Wanganeen Miller
Okay.
as one defender.
Yeah.
God damn it, took my pick.
All right.
Lynch didn't even have him in.
I did. He's in, though. No, I did have him in, half back.
Yeah, I had him there as well.
No, that's full. Hang on, look next. Here we go. Standing by.
Andrews, Ash, Zorko.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, yours?
Rightio. I'll go Sam Taylor.
Okay. I'm going to go Harris Andrews.
Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah, you've been stitched up last
My
year.
top three, but I'll go Dane Zorko.
Okay.
Ooh, as a lock
Yeah, as a lock.
in front of Clark and Bailey Dale.
Yep, as a lock.
Ooh.
Wait,
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
it,
rate
stand
him.
strong.
You don't rate him.
I rate him.
No, it sounds
doesn't
like you
rate-
don't rate
doesn't
him.
sound
mate.
like it.
Doesn't
It's
sound like you rate him.
so we've got to get 12 out of 22. It's difficult though.
It gets harder here. We'll go back this way now. We'll snake back.
reverse snake.
You go first in the centres.
Okay, centres. I'm going to go with
So this is centre and midfield then.
Midfield.
Yeah.
midfield.
Right,
All right. Geez, it's a tough class, the midfield.
Well, you only got one to pick.
First crack.
You got it easy.
You can't slaughter this.
I'm going to go
He's padding.
Jordan Dawson.
Rightio.
Yeah, I had him.
board.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
I'm going to go McCluggage.
Yeah,
good.
easy.
Yeah.
Noah Anderson.
Nick Dacos.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
they're all in.
Yep.
That's
Nick Dacos,
pretty.
that's a coward pick.
None of those. Who's the most likely to miss out of that group?
Well, only McCluggage because they hate him
Yeah.
for some reason. Or there's no Brisbane selector.
You know what will happen?
He has to make it.
He'll make it, but they'll name him on the wing.
That's all right. Yeah.
He hasn't played on the wing at all.
You'll take that, though, just to have him in there.
Yeah, no, he's got to be in it. Rightio.
Bailey Smith missing out would be stiff as well. Up forward.
Lynchy, you start.
Yep.
I'll go last.
Up forward. Oh, yeah, I'll go that. Just lock him in. Jeremy Cameron.
Oh, lock him in.
How do you think about that one?
Jeremy Cameron. That's
The old
too
Coleman
easy. That's just
medalist,
easy.
You want to go next, Rocky?
You go. I'll go last.
I'll put my brown and gold on. I'll go Jack Gunston.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, lock.
I think so. The amount of goals he's kicked.
Yeah,
He's the only Hawthorn player I could build a case for.
yeah.
I'm tossing up here, but I'm going to go the small forward / midfielder, Isaac Heaney.
Yeah.
Has to be in.
Has to be
He's
in.
got to be in.
I think you've taken Rocky's one there.
Yeah.
I would
was
have,
gonna
but
go
I'm
into
gonna
it,
I'm gonna
yeah.
do something else. I'm gonna push another midfielder half forward, which they love to do. This man has to be in. Ed Richards
Has to be in.
has to be in.
Has to be in.
Has to be.
Has to be in.
Has to be in. So there's 12
Has.
locks. So we'll check that out. Teams announced Thursday
All right,
night.
there
This
should
is
be a
Monday.
punishment if anyone's lock is not in the.
Well, you're in trouble.
I don't know, Ed Richards. I don't know.
Zorko.
Yeah, Zorko could cost you here, mate.
I'm with you. I reckon.
So you don't rate him,
Def-
boys?
I rate him. I rate
I
him.
don't think they
I
do.
don't think they rate
But
him.
I'm not sure I'd have him this year.
Who uses the ball better off half back?
Wanganeen Miller, Daly,
He plays in the
Dale.
guts.
Plays in the middle
Clark.
now.
He went in the guts the last 4 or 5 weeks. He's going to be a half backer.
I rate you a little bum.
He's
tap
got for
on
$2
Zorko
million
last
bucks. He's
night.
not a half backer.
Are they going to give it to Josh
Chuck
Tate?
him in the guts.
Bailey Smith.
It's difficult. Like we didn't even name Max Holmes, Bailey Smith.
No one's got Bont
Noah
in as a
Anderson,
lock.
Yeah, how did you leave Bont out?
Bont. We missed the
Sarong,
first 6.
Caleb Sarong as well.
Sarong, Zach Butters. Who's the ruckman that you got?
Ooh, that's the
I don't
question.
know.
I've gone Grundy, but I think
Yeah.
I was saying to you before we started recording, I had Sherry above Gorn this year.
I got Sherry in there too.
Yeah.
I've gone Grundy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a Grundy boy.
big Grundy.
So 3 Grundys.
Yeah.
And I think there was only, moving on from the All-Australian, I think 2 people got it right, pending Wednesday night's result. But there was 2 people in this room that picked the Dogs to miss
Yeah,
the 8.
that's right.
Yeah, no, I had Freo going out.
And you had the Hawks.
That's a-
You had your own team going out.
Yeah, I
didn't
did. I think I did. Yeah, we'll have to get the receipts on that one.
We've got
Yeah.
little magic 8 balls that you shake
Yeah.
and they give you the answer over
You just
here.
didn't feel like wearing the Rolex this week, mate.
Nah, well, leave it at home. I'd already cleaned up.
Hocked it
Dim it down
already.
for us peasants.
So yeah, tell you what, that was a good win though. No matter what you think of the Bulldogs, the Freo win,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive.
a huge win.
Especially
Especially they were a
after
bit
that
sluggish out the
Brisbane, yeah.
gates. I was heading off early to the Gabba, but they were sluggish out the gates and thinking, oh no, here they go. I reckon Justin's packing up his clipboard and
Yeah.
getting nervous.
Well, considering how they performed the week before, they were okay against Brisbane early, but did a little bit what Brisbane did, didn't kick straight, and then Brisbane blew them away. And it was like, gee, they got to go over to Melbourne, red hot Dogs.
Yeah.
The other Dogs, their percentage is the highest by 13% to miss finals ever.
Jeez.
First team in history to miss finals. Well,
Also,
we
your
assume, we assume that Gold Coast are going to.
Couldn't possibly, could they?
They could.
You got to be nervous if you're a Gold Coast.
$1.04.
What? Suns could lose to Essendon.
Yes. Why couldn't they?
What's the line?
Well, there's
50
a-
points?
They're shitting
The
the
under
bed at the moment.
17s playing. There's so many debutants, first year players, kids running around. Surely.
Clip that up.
Well,
Lynch has declared it.
Lynchy's lock of the season. Suns win.
$1.04, I think, on Neds. That'd have to be. It'd be one of the biggest upsets. No, we seen one earlier this year when
Richmond Carlton.
I think Richmond
Yeah,
were
that
12.
would be.
yeah.
That would be it. Yeah. It would be something special.
It would be a nightmare for the AFL if that happened. Gold Coast. It'd be a nightmare for Gold Coast, Dimmer and his coaching staff. If they send the same umpires up there and they lose a free kick count, if they're sitting at 40 free kicks,
How good was Kenny post game?
yeah.
He's obviously been reasonably relaxed in the latter half. It started with the chompers at the Gabba when he had the lolly chompers in. He was fairly relaxed.
He was
Then
hanging
post game
through.
he's saying, I didn't think we could win.
Gave him no chance.
Yeah, no chance.
Well, you tend to agree. You look at the teams on paper and you're like, there's no way. Like, and injuries, like Aliir shouldn't have been playing. He only plays because it's Boki's last game. There was a few in that boat that got up and about.
Yeah, no.
So,
outstanding.
great win.
Do we want to, I know we still got a game to play and there's still a little bit that could play out, but do we want to go through each club and just give them a quick grade as
Yes.
we look ahead to the finals? We might just start from the top of the ladder and work our way down. That's probably the way to do it. Adelaide Crows exceeded expectations. I think that goes without saying. A+.
I think A+ across the board.
Do you have him in?
Crows, I had them playing finals, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I had him in. Yeah, 15th to 1st.
Yeah.
Fair turnaround.
Jesus, yeah, it is good.
But last year's 15th wasn't a true reflection in my opinion.
Nah, that's a
15th.
lot of close losses.
They were a good 15th last year.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and they haven't played finals for a long time. It felt like they were going to kick on. So what did they win last year? 34 points last year. So they had enough wins, enough signs there. So they won 8 last year in a draw.
Yep.
But it's A+, has to be.
Yeah.
And they looked a little bit vulnerable defensively at the start of the year, and they've turned that around.
Jeez,
so-
they've found a couple, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like Keane's playing better. Worrell is playing better
Yeah.
than I think everyone
Yeah.
expected.
He'd be stiff to miss out on All
Yeah.
Australian too.
Yeah, he'd be in the conversation, that's for sure.
Zorko might pip him.
Geelong, who have, I don't know, I feel like they've just flown under the radar a little bit. You look up, they're second on the ladder.
They're just bankable, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're so
Makes
well
you sick,
drilled,
really.
and they keep dusting off mature age players that come into the
Healthy.
side. And get Bailey Smith.
I'd give him an A flat.
just an A flat.
Jeez, you're a harsh grader.
Yeah, well, can't give out all the A pluses, mate.
I think A as well.
Yeah, they got a good list. Yeah.
Most competitive sports club in the country, aren't they? Just keep.
Them and Storm.
Yeah.
Best system in the country with the Storm.
Yeah. Good point.
Brisbane Lions. This would be an interesting one. I'm keen to see what you guys think.
Their best is A+.
Yeah.
Their worst is D.
D.
Their worst
okay.
is their worst when they're off.
Were they down at quarter time or just before quarter time to the West Coast Eagles here at the Gabba?
That is a fair point. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon Richmond were good early. Melbourne beat them at the Gabba.
At Holmes,
Holmes
yeah.
been
Holmes,
issues.
Sydney-
What are they,
Sydney
7-4
got 'em.
now?
And
So-
like you said, their conversion rate in the forward 50 needs a bit of work.
I mean,
Their best is
Better than
their
anyone.
best is probably better than last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We seen
But
at
their
the
worst
start of the
is
third quarter.
worse.
When they went bang, bang, it was like, oh, Hawthorn are in trouble, and they missed a few more, but they put the foot down. No one can go with them when they put their foot down.
No, and it's Zach Bailey, Cam Rayner, McCluggage, Ashcroft's getting their mitt on it as well, going through there.
Cam Rayner is like, doesn't touch it in the first half and then dominates the second half.
Yeah.
Like, he'll play a 5-minute patch and kick 3
'Cause he's
goals.
fresh.
That's the only consistent thing about him is he's going to play well in the second half.
Yeah, the other inconsistent thing, he just whacks a new tough sticker on his arm.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
going real random setup.
They just popped up about a few weeks ago. I remember
but
saying to
there's
someone, he's got
more.
tattoos.
Yeah, just coming
Every
through.
good quarter he has, he puts in.
So what
I reckon A, because they've backed up. They've had a few injuries.
injuries?
And they've finished top 3.
I'll give him an A minus. Still good.
A minus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
plus. I
expectations
can't wait
were
to get to
high
this
going
again.
into the
B plus.
season, but A
They're the
minus.
first premiership team in a few years to play finals again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's great. It's an A minus.
I'm not complaining.
Hey,
with
what
A
grades
minus.
did you
I
get at school?
don't- I was a consistent C grader.
Yeah, nice.
Like your cricket.
Yeah. fair
That's
whack
a
there.
compliment.
Collingwood's a tough one just because of the recency bias. Probably should have beat Adelaide 2 weeks ago, just sneak home against Melbourne. Pumped by the Hawks 3 weeks ago. I think I'm sitting at a B for Collingwood.
Yeah, I reckon a B.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's fair.
Just at B. They've fallen off a cliff. They're in strife. Jeremy Howe been out of that squad.
Groin.
Yeah, trouble. So
You want
B.
an unpopular opinion
Here we go.
about Collingwood? And watch them
that's
come
the name
for
of
me.
the podcast.
Watch them come for me. I think Scott Pendlebury hurts them. I think he slows their ball movement. I don't think his legs, his mind moves quicker than anyone in the competition. Never take that away from him. But his legs, a couple of times they're out, fast ball movement. He gets involved in the chain. His legs won't allow him to keep up. And I think it's hurting them offensively at times.
Big
Okay.
take, huge take.
So there you go. There's an unpopular opinion.
You reckon they shouldn't have offered him the +1?
I think he should have gone out this year.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he probably shouldn't have played as much this year. And the numbers are going to say that he gets a lot of the footy and does really good things with it. And I don't think you take that away from him. I think just offensively, aesthetically, when you watch the game, they lose momentum sometimes when he gets a footy.
You can't bench him though. Would you, if you were coaching him, you'd bench him?
I would have a look what it looked like without him.
Would you do
I
the
would
Nat
have had a look.
5 system?
You could, yeah, you could. I think you could do that well. I think, yeah, you could make him sub
Yeah.
and come on.
Okay.
That's the other
Yeah.
rule change they're going to make. They're going to make no sub, 5 on the bench.
Well, that's ridiculous as well.
Yeah.
But that's an unpopular opinion. I know
it
Collingwood
is,
will come
and
for me.
That will be unpopular. I haven't seen enough of Collingwood live, but I would think like he hasn't changed his game so much, so he hasn't lost speed. It's those complementary skills around him. They need to use him more inside than on the outside.
I think they've got fast breaks and like Dacos and that are going, and his legs won't allow him to keep up with it.
But he hasn't lost any speed though, has he?
Oh, I reckon he has.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay. Right, yeah.
You reckon he should be in the legend game?
Maybe
Friday?
everyone's got quicker than him. He's a walk-up Hall of Fame legend, but
Oh,
yeah.
shit, yeah.
I don't
Definitely
think
not
you're
a
the only one
sprint
that's
up.
thought that. I think there'd be a few people out there.
Yeah.
Just not brave enough to say
Yeah,
it.
you're the first, so credit to you.
Not the first time I've been the first.
Medal of bravery over here.
Yeah. GWS sitting fifth. Yeah, a few outs throughout the year.
A lot of injuries.
B. Yeah.
It's hard to. Yeah, B.
Yeah, B.
They've done well to make the 8 at the end of the year. Like,
They weren't convincing yesterday.
No, that-
Toby Green. Oh, yeah, it's-
How good was he in that last
moment.
couple of minutes? It looked like the mark he took on the line was
Oh,
well over the
phenomenal.
line.
Yeah.
It was a good mark. But then the second one to back it up
Yeah.
and finish the game.
Oh.
How was Lockie Whitfield? He was sitting under the lunch.
he was looking for a freak.
That's right.
I'd go B minus. I had them top 4.
Yeah.
And I know they're equal 4th, but I think some of the results this year have been a bit disappointing. They're complete. They've got
Yeah.
one of the best defences in the comp, some of the best midfielders in the comp, and some of the best forwards, and they haven't been there all year. I get that, but
Yep.
I had them top 4.
And probably like Brisbane compared to last year, their best is still high up,
Yep.
but their worst has probably dropped down a little bit.
Yep.
So yeah, they're but they could shake it up if they got absolutely going. So their big issue is Jesse Hogan, whether he can get
Yeah.
back.
Get going.
Yep. They've sort of won the games that they've needed to. You think back to that win at the Gabba about a month ago. They seem to just get up when they absolutely need to. But Fremantle, this one, I think I've sort of changed my grading on Fremantle over the last few weeks. Rocky's
changed
always
from
had it out
yesterday.
for
Well,
them.
the thing is, if they lose yesterday, you'd probably give them a
C.
C
Yeah,
or
yeah,
a D.
exactly
But you're probably
right.
going to give them a B because they're going to finish 6th, get a home final.
I'd give them a B plus, just
Yeah,
about.
I think I'm with
reckon.
you.
16 wins, and I didn't really expect them that much of them this year. Yeah, and when the pressure was on, they stood up. Like they got belted last week by Brisbane.
Yeah.
It's not easy to come back and play a different style against a very attacking team. I think they've stood up.
I think that's been the question at the start of the year. How do they score points? But they've started to figure that out, and it's because of Patrick Voss.
Yeah.
He was great on the weekend as
Pump
well.
the chest out. Reminds me of a young Lynchy.
Oh, yeah. Tracy goes well.
He does.
Yeah, good
He's a
lead.
good player. So,
Yeah.
B plus for me.
Okay.
Yeah, B plus.
B for me.
B.
Yeah.
Well, this is an interesting one, the Hawks. Go on. You're the Hawks man.
Yeah.
I would probably say C plus, given what the expectations were at
Yeah.
the start of the
Yeah.
year, and you got to factor in the
Were you
injuries.
were you into that though? They were flag favourites at the start
No,
of
it
the year,
wasn't.
weren't they?
I think we peaked too soon last year.
Yeah.
And like if you look at the betting odds at the start of the season, they were $6 second elect to win the flag. I always thought that was a bit too much. C plus. I
that's
just think
fair.
that the midfield isn't operating as well as it could, and that's because Will Day's out. So, yeah.
I think C plus is fair.
Yeah, C plus. Happy with that.
The Bulldogs, should they make the 8, this will change
I
things.
think it changed, but I think it's probably a D.
A D,
Ooh.
okay.
Well, a D. They've got.
Yeah.
We just went through the all.
Has to be a D, doesn't it?
All Australian. Like you've got Bont, Ed Richards, Libba. We know they've got their issues defensively. Darcy, Norton. They've got enough to be a top 4 team,
Yeah.
and they're going to miss.
This is the interesting thing. So our rating will probably change depending on the result on Wednesday night. So what if they finish in 8th spot? What do you rate them then?
I'm still a D.
Still a D.
Yeah,
I'm a D plus.
their percentage.
Still a fail.
Their percentage.
graceful fail.
Yeah, 3rd best in the competition. So they score,
Yeah.
but
So isn't that a good thing?
well, they're flat track bullies in my opinion. When they have an opportunity against the good teams, they can't marry up.
Yeah.
They just don't defend,
up,
do they?
Belt up on the not
Against
so good teams.
sides, yeah.
Rory Lobb had a
They
few
couldn't do it without
howls
the
on
bombs.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was horrible.
I'm happy with a D.
Again, I guess you could throw the Gold Coast in the same category here. If they miss the finals, it's probably a D for me.
Yeah. See, I'm probably giving them a B
I'm going B, I reckon.
because they're going to play finals for the first time.
And they smacked Collingwood and smacked Brisbane at the time, both essentially flag favourites. And they're a much better team than this time last year.
They are.
Where they are today, so in 9th spot, that's where I had them finishing. So against my expectations, I have them up to
Yeah.
I reckon B plus.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I
happy
reckon
with a flat B.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
B.
they've run out of a bit of gas at the tail end of the season. So,
Considering they could have been top 4.
yeah.
Sydney's an interesting one too because I can't remember which player came out and said on the weekend.
F.
Yeah.
Larky. Not Blakey.
Blakey, that they felt like they should have been playing finals and all that kind
Feel
of thing.
like they're the best team.
Best
in it.
team, yeah.
Coulda, coulda.
They're an F, and whether it's injuries or whatnot, I think they're an F. Like grand final last year,
You got to be ready at the start of the season, and they weren't.
Hangover.
Well,
Yeah.
Goulden going down in the preseason hurt them. They're different when Goulden, Papley, Mills.
Well, Mills,
But if you make a
Hardly
grand
played for 2
final,
years as well.
surely you're more than just 1 or 2 players.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But I think you take the 3 of their best. You take the best halfback, best mid, best forward out. Makes it tough. If they get Curnow or someone, I reckon they could be premiership favourites for next year. I think they'll bounce hard.
if they get
Well,
Curnow.
they were your premiership favourites when they were.
2 weeks ago.
It's a reasonable point.
Yeah, I mean, we were playing with
But that was
house
even
money.
going in the grand final last year. It was all about how Goulden, Heaney, and who else was the other one?
Papley,
Yeah.
Mills.
How they went, really. Mills got dropped.
Yeah, but I feel like, if you're reliant on those players, like you see Brisbane, they've had all these outs, and there's players that just step in and do the role.
Yeah,
They're just as
their
good.
depth's
So what do you give
better
them?
than
Yeah.
F.
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 All right.
From grand final to
D.
miss.
Yeah, no, that's right. What about Carlton?
expelled
E.
from the rankings.
E.
Yeah,
so
I think
disappointing.
I'm there with you.
They haven't beaten anyone
Nah,
this year as well, in my opinion. They beat everyone under them.
Yeah.
Not convincing. I
Yep.
think it's an E.
No.
Probably not an F, but an E.
St Kilda. I think for the first time you could say you can see where the Saints are heading.
Yeah.
C plus.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm happy with that. And a lot of that C is coming from getting signing Nazi.
Well, his emergence this season's kind of given them an extra grade, I think.
Yeah.
So he's been an A plus. The team's been a D plus. We'll give him a C
yeah,
plus.
balance it out.
I like your math.
Quick math. Port Adelaide,
F.
F.
If whether it be injuries, the handover hasn't worked.
It was
prelim last year to
Schmozzle.
13th.
It was the F from the Port Adelaide board meeting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's do a handover and make it for 12 months.
Yeah,
So we've actually sacked Kenny Hinkley, but we'll keep him in the chair for 12 months.
yeah. F,
Yeah.
Melbourne, I think, is an F.
F,
Firmly an F.
Yeah.
Bombers.
F. Again, it's injury
Probably
based.
A minus.
A minus?
Injuries there, just done well.
Just
D,
if
If
D
they don't
minus,
bounce
C.
next year, Scott's gone. So then we
Yeah.
get back to the drawing board. Another coach.
If they beat the Suns this on Wednesday,
They're under 12s team.
yeah, look out.
Are you going?
I should.
you're playing centre half back,
Yeah.
If you come with me, I'll
Yeah, okay. It's a date. North Melbourne. I think I'd give North maybe as D plus.
D plus
Yeah.
sneak into the C. I think they've been better. And percentage wise, 76. They had a draw against Brisbane. They've been a lot more competitive this year, I reckon. I think you'll see a spike from them next year. I don't think they play finals, but
Well, they have to have a spike next year, though.
yeah.
We'll have to. It has gone on too long.
Yep.
Yeah. I think realistically Clarko's third season next year, isn't it? Because
Third or fourth? Oh, I suppose
you sort of don't give him that first year. So
fair point.
I think they'll spike.
Yep.
Yep.
And then Richmond and West Coast to round us out.
Richmond are a B plus.
B plus,
even
A
an
minus. Yeah, I
They've
like
been
it.
sensational. They've dropped away right at the end and been belted. Like against Geelong on the weekend, they were. But you get that with tired teams. I think what they've done. They knew that it was a strong draft. Got a lot of picks in. I think they'll bounce. And
They were strong favourites for the Spoon going into the season, so I think
West Coast is an F.
yeah,
Big
West
F.
Coast.
F minus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Z.
Like, yeah.
Well, just where's
parent-teacher
the hope?
interviews.
Now your captain's walking out.
It's not good.
Who?
Parent-teacher interviews for them.
Who did they beat? Richmond.
I think it was Richmond, yeah. Let's have a look.
Was it?
Maybe.
Who did they beat this year? Who was the one game they won?
It was very early
Must have
on.
been Tigers. Must have been. Surely.
Well, they got within 2 points of Essendon. Lost to Richmond by 2. They beat St Kilda.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Beat St Kilda
Changed
by
the grade on
28
St
points.
Kilda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Naz doing that game?
Before we get out of here, Rocky, you want to give BT a little shout out? A bit of niggle between you two over the weekend?
Well, he
Was
can't
it?
go. He can't go with me, Brian. Unfortunately, he gets everyone else, but every time he takes me on, he gets a 1-2 punch on his chin, and then he just wanders out. So
I think he got the upper hand.
When?
Based on what I saw.
Oh,
What's
When?
happened?
Oh, he wandered into the Triple M box because he was on Channel 7 and threw a few punches, but they came back his direction. He didn't really know where to go and then stormed out. So I sort of said that, finals rolls around, Brian, they fly in Bruce and just drop him back a couple of pegs, and
yeah.
he wasn't too happy with
He
it.
wasn't happy with the Gold Coast press box either.
Oh, you should see those boxes up there. Like, say you build
Phone
a
booth.
new facility, you can't even get 4 across the front.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, terrible boxes there at the Gold Coast.
I'm
Facilities at Gold Coast are horrific, in my opinion. The car parks, the
Just getting there. is a bit-
infrastructure, the way they've done it is just bad.
Well, I think they're thankfully they're building walkways to the car parking across the road, so you can walk across the road easily and get out. Because if you don't
An underpass
jump the fence
or
and run
something,
straight
overpass,
out, you're stuck in that car park 45 minutes. It's no good.
No good.
Jeez. You'd get in a limousine though, wouldn't you? So
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't have to
Brian
a
gets
helicopter.
Brian gets the limo. I don't know what he complains about. The siren goes and he's gone. He's gone. He's in the limo and gone.
Oh, I think he's got to rove around for like 2 hours down in the shed.
Oh, yeah.
So you're punching on with Brian.
Me and Brian are tight.
Looking forward
I think
to
you said at the
clipping
start of the year he was your favourite commentator.
He is.
So
He's
it's
my
a friendly
favourite.
rivalry.
Yeah, it's a friendly.
Yeah.
It's
He's
like
a ripper.
you know how you pick on the one you really like.
No,
pick on-
okay, you want
pick
to
on
kiss
Brian.
him.
A bit like that with Brian.
Well,
Pick on
you
him.
have those materialised grudges, and it boosts the profile of both people
Yeah,
involved.
yeah.
Really,
Well, I'm just
are you
helping him out,
fabricating
yeah.
this whole thing?
No, I'm not
Is
fabricating.
this
My
all a
profile doesn't
facade?
get any bigger. It's as big as it can be.
As a former host of the show once said, you just work in the room.
Hey, Brian, when he used to work
Snouts in
for
the
us
trough.
at Fox, he'd be getting changed out of his suit in the last quarter, and he'd getting changed, then throw to whoever it is. Lynchy will be here to wrap it up with Matty Pavlich. So yeah, drop the cans and go
See ya, mate.
straight out.
Jeez.
Oh, the funniest one. I may have said this once. So we used to out at Subiaco Oval. Sometimes if he was still there, he'd be driving. He'd be keen to get to the airport quick because he wants to get on the plane early. So there's a kilometre road coming out of Subiaco Oval, and at the end of the game, it is chockers. For 1 kilometre, it's bumper to bumper the whole way. Brian jumped in, drove out of the Subiaco Oval, chucked a right, and passed every car going the wrong way. So he overtook every car, and when another car was coming the other way, he's sorry, but went past everyone. It was a 30-minute car park basically, and he's got past in 2 minutes.
That's out of bounds.
Yeah, literally.
Outstanding, Brian. Very good.
We might clip that up and send it to him. Yeah. Bit of fan mail back for him. All right, boys, that'll do us for this week's episode. We'll be back next week. We'll do a full finals preview, and we'll chat then.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website